Oh, that's my bamboo flute. I like it, but it's kind of unless I got it hooked up to an amp, have unless I unless I have some mics hooked up to this, and it's just really hard to pick it up. But I love the sound of a bamboo flute. I got one flute out there that's from a PVC. I like it, it's okay, but this is my favorite. I always love this one. Oh, I know there's only little short tunes I can give you. I just don't have the wind power like I used to, but it's my way of sharing with you. So I hope you enjoy little tunes I can bring once in a while. And just remember, in case you don't know, I don't get into that New Ageism stuff, and this is my way of thanking the Lord for what He's given me. And God is good, isn't He? I hope. So I hope your day is good. Please let me know how you're doing. And because it's a good day. You can never get enough of God's goodness. You never can. And even when things seem to go wrong, God is still in control, because sometimes we don't realize it, but He's always right there. And though you get a lot of people that criticize and come along and stuff, well, that's because the devil, without their knowing it, the devil uses them to try to get to you. And everyone tries to picture the devil with his horns and pitched tail fork thing, it's like they don't have no idea. But God is good. And God is greater than you. He's greater than me. And He's greater than anything you can imagine. Because I could tell you about things He's did for me. In fact, if it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't even be here. And let me tell you a little story. And this is true, by the way. I remember I was in my teens still. I was, at that one point, trust me, my testimony is one of these real long ones, so time frames here is going to be different, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to tell you this one little story. I'm going to try to make it quick. I was still in my teens, and I was at that point on just, I was just, I guess you'd say, just starting to get away from God, And, there was a lot of resentment starting to build up in me. And I remember one time I got real angry at my father. And I was in my bedroom, and I was sitting there laying down, and we're talking so mad, and not literally, but almost, steam coming out my ears and smoke and fire out my nose and mouth type anger, and I was just bottling it up and just steaming, and I was laying on my bed. And I remember, as I was laying there, all of a sudden I felt cold. And it was this ice chill that came over me. And I don't know if you ever, unless you've been there, it's hard to explain it, but the only way I can explain it to you is just this way. Is it felt like my spirit was leaving my body. And that was the scariest feeling I ever had. And thinking about it, I can almost like being there again. And I was crying for help because I knew that my soul wasn't, I wasn't in the right place with the Lord, but I couldn't hear nothing. I knew my mouth was moving, but I couldn't hear. Apparently I was yelling or something, because then everybody, family, all of them, came barging into the bedroom door and everything, and just like bits and pieces I remember. It was like in a video clips, and all I could remember was being dragged down to the car, and next thing you know, I'm in the hospital, and next thing you know, the doctor's talking over me to my family, telling that I was lucky, because I almost died, because my blood pressure had shot up. I forget what it was right now, but it was way up there. So that's why I try to encourage you, because you never know how close you are to death. So don't fool around with God, because you can go and you can go not ready, and then what are you going to do? You can say what you want, but usually when you're on your deathbed and like that, then you start looking to God. That's right. So that's my little bit there. I want to say goodbye. Live for God. God is love. Aho. Shalom.